Hello everyone, my name is Colin Stoffel. I am currently taking TEM 200 and this is going to be my takeaway video. Currently, I'm a junior at Arizona State University studying technological entrepreneurship and management. This degree to me is incredibly crucial, especially in today's society. Innovation is absolutely key to a company's success nowadays. Understanding and practicing entrepreneurship spirit in today's economy, I think, is what's really going to push forward innovation. Applicable to not only a business owner, but the most cyclical actual businesses that exist within our modern economy. Everything about technological entrepreneurship and management is applicable in all companies in today's modern society. And I think creating new and amazing, profound innovations within current companies is just as exciting as venturing out on your own. It would be great, and I would absolutely love to start my own company. But being able to go into another company and innovate and expand and push forward new ideas, I think would be an amazing experience in itself. The best part, I think, of this class that I've found are three areas. The first area is really seeing how to expand on a business model generation. I thought this was a great way to put together an informal business plan within the company itself. If you were to do so, or if you were to actually create a business plan from start, an actual business. But you could do this actually within a company, and I thought that was awesome. That was a great way to work on a business model as a team and, really kind of collaborate with partners. And, there's a different way to look at a business plan. It's something completely different, rather than the rigorous hours, that it takes to type up a true, formal business plan, something that you give to a venture capitalist or, to any other person who would need one. I thought this was, something that was definitely riveting, and I thought it was, a great way to look at something, and something, that was very multidimensional as well. Really looked at all the key areas of a business. I thought it was a great part of the class. One part in particular was the fit aspect of it. Fitting that customer profile to your actual product. I thought that was great. Really tying those two together. Really kind of curtailing that product to fit the customer. I thought that was incredibly influential and innovative, in itself, and to, constantly change that product, over time. You can't just stick with the original product. You have to change that product over time because you have to fit, an evolving customer profile because, they do change over time and advance and modernize. That tied in with the lean startup. I thought these two really tied in, and I think honestly from the professor, I think you should really tie in lean startup to the actual curriculum. I wasn't able to do the actual extra credit video because my daughter was born on the 22nd of November, and so we've been pretty occupied with that. But I thought this was an awesome book. I really thought this was an awesome book, and it's something I'm going to reread over time because especially if going into a current cyclical business or even your own business, finding that product and really experimenting with it, putting it out there and analyzing the data and curtailing that product and changing it over time. I thought that was awesome, and I thought it was an incredible amount of information that is truly applicable in today's society because you don't want to put $100 million into a product and put it out and nobody likes it, rather than put couple this is big time companies. You can put out $100,000 out there, key areas of a customer's customer profile, and see and analyze and how they react, and change that product over time and really put it, make it as perfect as possible, and then release it to the open public, and I thought that was incredibly influential, and that's something I'm really going to take away from this class, and take forward, with my own company, and also other companies as well, if I were to go work for them afterwards. Outliers was a great book as well. I actually had a hard time really putting this down, because it was I don't know, to me it was riveting. I thought this was really kind of breaking down, exactly what goes into success. The story of Bill Gates was, amazing. I you hear about Bill Gates and you hear about, dropped out of Harvard, um, to start Microsoft. Awesome, right? So he just woke up that idea to start Microsoft, and he just knew everything, right? Well, that's a lot of times that's a common misconception. The big thing that he really harped on was the opportunities that he had throughout his life. But I think there's more to that. I think the dedication and the passion that goes behind that is more important to me, because the amount of hours and getting little amounts of sleep and working endlessly and sneaking out of his house and doing those things in order to write software. I mean, that's an immense amount of passion that he had to do this, and I thought that was incredibly powerful to see and hear about that story. So that's something I will definitely be taking away from this class and really applying to my own life, is finding and making sure that whatever it is I do, that it has that amount of passion. That's what I want. Is I want to have that passion for my life, and for my work. So some of my goals for the future is first and foremost, I want to foremost, my fault, is I want to finish my degree with a 3.9 or higher, and end my current enlistment. I'm currently serving in the military overseas, and want to finish out both of those, and really challenge myself currently, though, and really kind of push forth and take on projects, and really involve myself more so with my command and take on different key parts of organizations, and really learn my management style, really learn my leadership style, and really apply that to every aspect of life. That's what I really want to do, over the course of next few years as I'm finishing up my degree and finishing out my enlistment. So I definitely want to do that. I want to get more involved with the community service as well. I think it's really going to kind of round out my capabilities and round out who I am as a person. And I really want to, after I finish my enlistment and after I finish my degree, I want to start working right away, and I want to get into a company and start. My goal is to work within a upper level management within 3 years. That is my absolute goal, is to work within a company and have an upper level management degree or management position within 3 years, and start putting together an MBA package and really start looking at different schools that I want to aim towards. Put together a GMAT schedule, really kind of create this, a really impressive MBA package. A couple things that I want to do, a couple personal goals that I have in between that time is, I would love to finish an Ironman, finish different Olympic, and half Ironman distance triathlons between then. But that is definitely one thing I want to do. I want to get involved with the community service, a lot more community service, maybe take a couple of positions in organizations, and really just, really focus on my family as well. I think the biggest thing, that I see is creating balance, within myself and within my family and within the workplace, and just working as hard as I possibly can, throughout, the next, the remainder of my life, really more so now, more than anything, is working as hard as I possibly can to put together an impressive package, impressive GMAT package, or not GMAT, but a graduate package, for different schools. My goal is to shoot, top 25 schools for a graduate degree, and really after that, my goal is to be a CEO for a Fortune 1000 company within 5 to 10 years after that. And I won't accept anything less. My real true goal is I really want to expand on a company, morph it into something that's truly beautiful, and expand and innovate, and establish myself as a truly successful person. That's my goal. And of course, like I said before, having balance, with family, and continue to grow in relationship with my wife and my children, and educate them as much as possible. And one thing I definitely took from Outliers, and this is kind of backtracking, but is applying what I've learned from that book to my children and starting them younger and starting them into as much education as possible over the course of the next 15 to 18 years, when they graduate high school. That I saw was very riveting, and getting them involved as many things as possible. So in all, I took away from this class a lot, and I thought this class was incredibly helpful, to myself as a person, and also to my future as a business professional. So I really wanted to thank you to the professor for everything that you taught this semester, and look forward to being in future classes. And when I come back to Arizona, I will be finishing out my last semester or two on campus, so maybe I'll see you around. All right, thank you everyone, and have a great day, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.